Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Monday, June 6, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Houston Astros vs Seattle Mariners. Our team pick is Astros minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. Seattle is trying to overcome a very poor stretch that it went through 1 month ago. The Mariners had been able to get off to an 11-6 record to open the season, but they lost 10 of their next 11 games. They added a stretch of 6 losses in 7 games in the middle of May. However, they have bounced back with 6 wins in their last 9 games, winning consecutive series against Houston, Baltimore, and Texas over the last 2 weeks. Seattle is in the 3rd series of a 9-game road trip. The Mariners will return home for 11 straight games starting on Friday night. Houston has gone on multiple lengthy winning streaks so far this season. The Astros won 11 straight games in early May, including a 3-game sweep of Seattle. They added a 5-game hot streak last week, sweeping Oakland in the process. Houston took 2 out of 3 at Kansas City over the weekend, closing the series with a 7-4 win on Sunday. The Astros are now back at home for a 6-game homestand that concludes against Miami later in the week. They have been by far the best team in the AL West, leading the Angels by 8.5 games at the top of the division. I do not feel good about Seattle heading into the opening game of this series. The Mariners have had pitching issues this season, as evidenced by Ray's recent outings. He has given up at least 1 home run in 6 consecutive starts, which is particularly concerning in this matchup. Houston has struggled with batting average, but it ranks 3rd in the majors in home runs. The Astros have the much better starting pitcher on Monday night, as Javier brings a 2.41 ERA into this outing. Seattle does not have enough firepower to hang around in this game. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs, and here is why. Neither of these offenses has gotten off to blistering starts, with each ranking in the bottom 10 in the league in runs scored. They both average right around 4.2 per game with collective batting averages below .240. Despite Ray's struggles, this is a strong pitching matchup on paper between the reigning Cy Young and a promising young arm in Javier. The under is 5-1 in the Astros' last 5 home games. Look for their pitching staff to keep it rolling again on Monday night against a Seattle team that has been scuffling for weeks now. Ray will struggle with length, but post a respectable line to keep his team in the game. Los Angeles Angels vs Boston Red Sox. Our team pick is Boston Red Sox to win. And here is why. The Boston Red Sox swept the Oakland Athletics in a 3-game series and now will stay on the road to face the Los Angeles Angels and Seattle Mariners before returning home for another series against Oakland. The Red Sox now improved to a 27-27 record and are looking to have over .500 following this series in LA. Franchi Cordero blasted a 3-run homer off Frankie Montas in the 6th inning to help the Red Sox secure a 5-2 victory over the A's, while Rafael Devers homered and drove in 2 runs as Boston returned to .500, 27-27, for the first time since April 22. Rich Hill, 2-3, registered a win after pitching for 6.0 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits with 5 K and no walks. John Schreiber recorded his 6th hold of the season, while Tyler Danish and Ryan Brasier got the job done for the Red Sox. The Los Angeles Angels are going through the worst period of the season as they lost each of the previous 11 games. They were swept away by the Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, and Philadelphia Phillies, and now are hoping to at least get 1 victory in a 4-game series against the Red Sox. The Angels were close to defeating the Phillies in Philadelphia and had a 6-2 lead entering the bottom 8, but the hosts scored 4 runs in that period and then added 3 more in the 9th to secure a 9-7 win. Closer Raisel Iglesias, 1-4, took a loss after allowing 3 runs on 3 hits. Patrick Sandoval, 3-1, started the game but lasted only 4.2 innings. He let 2 runs on 4 hits with 4 K and 4 BB. The 2 teams meet in completely different moods, and while the Red Sox improving their defense, the Angels are having a lot of problems on offense. They scored more than 5 runs in just 2 of the last 11 games, and I seriously doubt they will suddenly erupt offensively in this one. Boston kept the opponents to under 3 runs in each of the last 5 games, and given that Wacha is pretty much the Red Sox's best pitcher this season, it will be difficult for the hosts to bounce back on Monday. The Angels did win the previous series in Boston, but this time around, I am backing the Red Sox to open this one with a W. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. San Diego Padres vs New York Mets. Our team pick is Mets for the win. And here is why. There will be no rest for the weary as the New York Mets head to San Diego to take on the surging Padres. The Mets come in fresh off of a grueling series with the Dodgers over the weekend. After scoring just one total run in the first two games, both losses, the Mets pounded out 9 runs to win Game 3 to give themselves a chance at a split in the finale. On Sunday, after a 3-run uprising in the 8th, the Mets held a 4-2 lead entering the 9th. The Mets bullpen couldn't hold the lead, however, and it went to extra innings. In the 10th, J.D. Davis doubled home Pete Alonso to give the Mets a 5-4 lead. Adonis Medina was tasked with closing things out in the 10th. Medina left the inherited extra inning runner on third base to earn his first save of the season. After getting swept by the Cardinals in a 3-game set, the Padres limped into Milwaukee to take on the NL Central's best team. After dropping Game 1, the Padres pitching staff blanked the Brewers in 2 straight games heading into Sunday's finale. Leading 3-1 heading into the 8th inning, the Padres bullpen coughed up the lead and the game went into extra innings. In the 10th, Jake Cronenworth blasted a 3-run home run to give the Padres a commanding 6-3 lead. The Brewers got 1 run across in the 10th, but it wasn't enough to prevent the Padres' 3rd straight win. A 7-game road trip that started out disastrous ended at 3-4 for the Padres. Oddly enough, the Mets will have the advantage of rest in a West Coast game thanks to the quick flight from La to San Diego, while the Padres travel from Wisconsin back home. The Mets are 18-11 on the road this season, while the Padres are a modest 13-10 at home. In addition, the Mets will be facing a left-hander in this matchup, which should give right-handed power bats Alonso and Starling Marte good looks at the plate. Keep an eye on Snell in this matchup as well, since he's pitched to high pitch counts in each of his last 2 starts. He is still making just his 5th start of the season, so this could be a trouble spot for him. The Padres lineup is not loaded with dangerous left-handed hitters, so that should be an edge for Carrasco. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. The Mets are averaging 5.04 runs per game and 4.70 runs per game on the road. They averaged 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Padres. With San Diego giving up 3.48 runs per game at home, the Mets will be held under their average in this game. The Padres are averaging 4.19 runs per game and 3.17 runs per game at home. They averaged 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mets. With New York giving up 4.07 runs per game on the road, the Padres won't score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Mets and Padres played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisor.